What's going on, Graveyard? Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. We are just arriving here at the farm. We'll go ahead and get parked up and kind of go over what we got to do for this month of October. Alright, so for the month of October, we have... Let's take a look here. 3, 4, 5, 6 fields with nothing in them. So we're looking at doing wheat in fields 2 and 3. We're going to put a cover crop in on fields 4 and 5. We're also going to put a cover crop in field 6 and field 9. Because we're going to eventually do parsnips on field 4 and then probably more corn, but we'll figure that out at a later date. We also, I lost my notes. We also need to do lime on field 9, and we probably should weed. I don't know if we can spray those yet. We might have to wait. And waiting, I mean, we'll try spraying them and see what happens with the weeds on field 7. But, yeah. We got a lot to do for this month, and one day to do it all in. We also got to feed the cows and such, but that stuff I will cut out. And I will get right back with you. Alright, so I went ahead and just got this field limed. We didn't need to put that on a time lapse or anything. We've done enough liming for this season, or for this year. So we're just going to get this finished up. And by finished up, I mean just get this drove back to the yard. We are probably... Let me see how far these weeds are quick. The weeds are large, so we should be able to spray them. We will grab the sprayer and come back to spray this field. And then we will get into some planting. We will do the... Actually, we'll do some we'll plant first. And then, after like a field or two of planting in a time lapse, I will set that off on a worker. We'll grab the sprayer. That way we can mix things up a little bit. So... I should have drove through. We will not be doing this building. I should just delete it. Excuse me. Alright, we'll get this parked up. Let's see how well I can do this here. The trees are getting in my way. Let's get that backed in there. Alright, we hit the wall. That's fine though. Okay, we need to grab the seeder because we are going to be planting wheat. So we'll hook up to that. And we're going to go to field number 2. As we're going to do 2 and 3 with wheat. So we can start on 3, then we'll do number 2. So right here. Get our lines. We will turn the seeder on. I'm not going to worry about buying more seed until I see how fast this goes down. Same with the solid fertilizer. So let's get going. So they don't seem to be going down terribly fast. I just don't want to make the same mistake twice, where I went and bought all of that herbicide, and then now a lot of it's going to end up sitting. Alright, so I will get this going into a time lapse, and if I can get through both fields, which I don't think I will, but if I can get through both fields, I will see you on the other side of the time lapse. Otherwise, ooh, that is flashy. We'll go up like that. Otherwise, I will see you guys when I go to get more seeds and or fertilizer. Alright, we are just about finished with this other field. Obviously you noticed we did run out of solid fertilizer. So you got to see my lack thereof ability in using the forks and getting that brought over here. You also saw my misstep in putting the seed into the bed of the Kubota instead of into the cedar. So yeah. Oh, we got that field done. I will grab that stuff in a minute, but we are going to get a worker going on field, let me check my notes, field number 4. So that is this center field. And we are going to get some oilseed radish going over here. I think there's enough in here to have this field done. There. We will set the worker off. They'll get it sorted. I will now come over here and I will deal with that in a minute. So I will get in the tractor, the John Deere, see if we can pick both of these up again, and we can. Alright. We will take these back over here, as we are likely going to need to top off again. I looked both ways. So we will bring these 2 pallets right over here, as we will be putting a cover crop in both fields 4 and 5. So we're going to be right in this area. I can probably park here, and that should be fine. As for these, I don't know what else to do with them, because now I would have to get an auger fill, and I don't want to do that. So, is there anywhere that'll buy seeds? There is. Goldcrest Valley. Okay, well, I'm not going to rent the train just for that. What about the farmer's market? Alright, so we're going to take these seeds up to the farmer's market, and I will see you when we get there. Alright, here we are at the farmer's market. let's see what we can get for these seeds. So we had $390, which not a lot of money, but it's better than them just going to waste. So with that said, unfortunately, I will be doing another jump cut here until we are back and probably ready to spray. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, let's fill up with herbicide. That's not herbicide. That's liquid fertilizer, I believe. So we will come around to this side, as I believe where the herbicide is. Yes. Let's pull in here. And fill up. Sorry, for a second there I was confused as to what was going on. But the small tank filled first, then we finished IBC. So we are going to go spray the corn crop in field number 7. Alright, come on, get on the brakes there. Alright, let's get this folded, or unfolded I should say. Turn on our steering assist so that I can see where I've been. Ooh, can we raise that up? Other way. It's as high as it's gonna go. So it's not high enough. We're still hitting the corn, which is unfavorable, but there's not much we can do about it at this point. So let's start spraying. Real quick, we'll double check that that is in fact working. And it is. Right. Turn that back on and keep on moving. So we'll spray this field. It'll be a real short time lapse. And then I will catch back up to you. And probably from there it's just going to end up being a jump cut to the end of the day. Because I'm not going to run another big time lapse of me planting, or I should say seeding, after we've already got a long time lapse of that in this episode. So I will be back in a few. Alright, so that spraying is done. Obviously it's a little unconventional, seeing as the corn is so tall. In reality, we would have been wrecking the crop there. At least I would assume. But fortunately it's a game, so we get away with one on that. But we will take this and get it put away. As we can see, the worker is coming along, putting in the oilseed radish for the cover crop. And we got our 3 cows. They're eating, they're happy. Hopefully they'll start reproducing. And I believe those ones are old enough starting out that we can sell them, and then we'll only have to worry about the babies growing, which I think is the play for now, since we are having to buy the food. I definitely don't want to be expanding the cattle population on our farm, or on Walter's farm I should say. Yeah, they're at 52 months. So I believe they are actually on the down slope of like how much they're worth. So I think their value is starting to decrease. And I believe it's 60 months that they just cap and they don't age any further. But for now, we've got the 3. They're not quite to 100% health. So probably by the end of winter, they'll be up to 100% health. And then they'll start the reproduction cycle, which I believe it's 10% per month. And by that point, maybe we have our own food that we can start supplying and we don't have to buy it. And then we can maybe expand the amount. But for now, we're going to stick with 3. We don't need any more than that because of the cost involved. But, yeah. So the worker's going to keep cracking. I'll end up taking over after this field is done. But that's going to conclude this episode. We'll make sure that we get paid by Walter at the end of the day, you know. It's only 2 p.m. So there's plenty of work to do around the farm yet, but that's going to conclude the video portion anyway. And if you like the video, you can like and do me a favor and subscribe to stay up to date with this. You can get my music that I release on here, as well as all of my past streams. I stream every Tuesday and Thursday on Twitch from roughly 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I guess with all of that said, is this worker going to get this figured out? Okay, yeah. With all that said, until next time, have a good one.